Welcome back to my channel, where I delve into the lives of the most influential figures in Korean history. Today, I'll explore the life of Hur Jun, the most venerated physician in Korean history. Hur Jun was the royal chief physician during the reign of two Joseon kings, King Seonjo and Gwanghaegun. He wrote the Dongui Bogam, a very important book on traditional Korean medicine. Its title is roughly translated in English as A Mirror of Eastern Medicine. He was born in the Yangpyeong Ho clan, an affluent aristocratic military family. The Yangpyeong clan helped Taejo Wangun in founding the Kingdom of Goryeo. Due to his family background, Hur Jun received a very good education. However, he faced some discrimination because his birth mother was a concubine, which meant that he couldn't keep his father's noble status of Yangban, but he was still considered a person of the upper middle class, a Jungin. Not being a Yangban would make it impossible for Hur Jun to become a civil or military officer like his father, so it might be the reason why he chose to study medicine. In 1569, he successfully treated the wife of Ryu Hui-chun, an important official in the capital of Hansong, present-day Seoul. After this, Ryu Hui-chun recommended Hur Jun to the Naeuiwon, the royal hospital. In 1575, he assisted in treating King Seonjo. In 1578, King Seonjo's health was restored, and many Naeuiwon officers were rewarded, including of course Hur Jun, who was given a deerskin. In 1590, Hur Jun cured Crown Prince Shinseong, the fourth son of Seonjo, from smallpox. Because of this, Hur Jun rose to a senior third-rank official, Debu. Smallpox might not be a big deal to us now, but back then it was serious and deadly. Treatment for smallpox was not widely known, and some would even perform shamanistic rituals to cure it. There are records of smallpox epidemics found as early as in the Samguk Sagi, the history of the three kingdoms of Korea. In 1592, the Imjin War, the Japanese invasion of Korea, started. This forced King Seonjo to flee to Uiju and leave the capital Hansong. Hur Jun followed the king to Uiju and took good care of the royal family while in exile. Prince Gwanghae fell ill during this time, and Hur Jun helped in curing him. In 1596, Hur Jun was promoted to a second senior rank. That same year, the Dongui Bogam was started by Hur Jun and colleagues of his from the Naeuiwon. It was meant to be a comprehensive compilation of traditional medicine. King Seonjo presented them with around 500 books for reference and verification in order to help them compile the Dongui Bogam. Unfortunately, Japan launched its second invasion of Korea in 1597, and work on the book was halted. The war ended in 1598, due to, in no small part, the victories of Yi Sun-shin at sea against Japanese forces. In the year 1600, Yang Ye-su died. He was the most senior member of the Naeuiwon. Hur Jun thus became the most senior member of the Naeuiwon and became the chief medical officer. Following the Japanese invasions, Joseon was in shambles. The people were suffering from epidemics, famines, and of course, the devastation that the war brought. King Seonjo ordered Hur Jun to write books promoting public health care. The king wanted the common people to know about preventative care, medicine, and treatment. It should be made for the common people who had little or no education. So now, Hur Jun, on top of his job as chief medical officer, had to work on many books at the same time. In 1604, he was awarded the title of third-class hoseonggongsin, a meritorious retainer who attended to the king during the Imjin War. This was the first time a medical officer would receive such a title. He also received the Yangpyeong buwongun and the Sungnokdaebu first-class titles in 1604. In 1606, he was awarded another title, but some officials were against it and he lost it. petty politics was a thing that happened often amongst Joseon officials. The Yangpyeong buwongun title Hur Jun received was downgraded to first rank Yangpyeong-gun because some officials were against him receiving that title. In 1607, King Seonjo fell seriously ill. Hur Jun tried to heal the king by all means, but nothing could be done. Seonjo died in 1608. Officials thought that Hur Jun didn't use medicine correctly and was blamed for the king's death. Hur Jun went into exile. It was customary for the personal physician of the king to formally exile himself or resign after the death of a king. He came back from a year-long exile and became Gwanghaegun's royal physician in 1609. In 1608, during his exile, he completed 3 books: the Eonhae Taesanjibyo, a book on obstetrics and gynecology, the Eonhae Gugeupbang, a book on first aid, and the Eonhae Duchangjipgyo, a book on smallpox. In 1610, Hur Jun completed the Dongui Bogam. As previously mentioned, it was at first a collaborative work, but the Imjin War and the following chaotic years made it difficult for all physicians to get back together to finish the project. So, it is widely accepted that Hur Jun's contribution to the compilation was the greatest. The Dongui Bogam was published in 1613 and consisted of 25 volumes. Dongui Bogam literally translates as a precious mirror of Eastern medicine. The precious mirror part, Bogam, is a metaphor for something which can be modeled after. The eastern part, Dong, means the country east of China. It was published and used in countries like China, Japan, and Vietnam. It integrates traditional Chinese medicine theories with Korean medicinal practices with a focus on the balance of energy in the body. Moreover, it contains the philosophical values of Korea at the time. The Dongui Bogam was seen as revolutionary because of how it categorized symptoms and remedies and how it affected the human organs. The book is divided into 5 chapters: Naegyeongpyeon, internal medicine; Oehyeongpyeon, external medicine; Japyeongpyeon, miscellaneous diseases; Tangekpyeon, remedies; and Chimgupyeon, acupuncture. The book contains an anatomical map of the human body, linking it with heaven and earth, which is a fundamental Asian perspective of nature. The remedies found in the book rely mostly on medicinal herbs, plants, and acupuncture. They also included animal parts and droppings that could be used in medical concoctions. Hur Jun wanted the Dongui Bogam to include remedies that the common people could easily obtain and make. There are many versions of it as well as revisions. In Joseon, there were 7 versions. The book consists almost entirely of quotations. It is, after all, a compilation of more than 200 books of the time, including Taoist, historical, Confucian, Buddhist, and of course medical texts. Hur Jun further compiled 2 books in 1613. The Sinchan Byeongonbang, which is about infectious diseases, and the Bang, which is about the scarlet fever. For the rest of his life, Hur Jun was reinstated in the Naeuiwon and trained junior physicians. He compiled medical books and restored books. He died in 1615 at the age of 77. Gwanghaegun reinstated his title of Yangpyeong buwongun on his death, the title he lost when he was still alive. Here's a famous herbal decoction found in the Dongui Bogam, the Shipjeon de Botang. It was used to replenish energy, was good for women after giving birth, anorexia, dizziness, and excessive sweating. It was made with common ingredients found in Eastern medicine. Most ingredients I will list in Korean because their scientific names are quite obscure. So, the Shipjeon de Botang was made with yakje insam, medicinal ginseng, baekchul, 백복용, 감초, 숙지황, 백장약, 천궁, 당귀, 황기, and 육개. If you enjoyed this journey into Korean history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more tales from Korea's past. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep exploring history.